welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, Elevate with Ellecia, where I do talk about everything personal and career success the biblical way. And if you're just coming up on this channel, guys, thank you so much for subscribing and just hit that notification bell, okay? So that you do not miss any of my videos. If you're looking for a place, guys, where you want to be encouraged as to the manifestation of your God-given purpose, then this is the place to be, because this is where we stick to just focusing on the purpose for which we were sent here on earth to manifest, right? So that God can get all the glory from our lives. Let's face it, guys, there are so many distractions around us. There are so many things that are coming at us left, right, and center. And it's so important for us to remain steady-headed, level-headed, and grounded so that we can manifest that purpose. So just a little bit about Ellecia. I am an award-winning author and entrepreneur. I'm a transformational speaker and coach, and I also do sales and customer service training and coaching. So, guys, the purpose of this video is to talk about something that may sting a little bit. It's a little bold. You may hear some things that, gonna get you a little bit uncomfortable, but guys, I'm telling you, this is the season of discomfort. So guys, I'm going to talk about in this video how staying in your comfort zone is killing your purpose. It is killing your dreams. It is killing what you were called here on earth to do. And so I want to share some powerful points, guys, as to why staying in your comfort zone can really stifle and destroy your future. Guys, you don't want to go anywhere because this video is going to help you. So guys, let's all face it, right? We have all been in the place in our lives, like I said earlier in the introduction of the video, that we do get distracted. And this is why it's important to have praying people around us. It's important to have accountability partners, because it's going to happen. You're going to get distracted at some point in time, and you need somebody to kind of reel you back in, right? To kind of remind you. And this is why I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, because we just really want to encourage our listeners to just remain grounded and remain focused, because there are so many things out there to keep us away and really just lock us into this place of comfort. So guys, I have been in the place over and over. You lived at somewhere, for probably 5-10 years, and you don't want to move because you went through this process and you don't want to pack up and move, right? You're in this job and you have worked your way to the position that you're at and you just feel comfortable. Guys, do not even feel bad about it, right? It happens to all of us. It happens to the best of us. No matter how focused you claim that you are in life, there comes a time when you do get comfortable, and in order for you to shift and to shuffle and to shake, guys, it's going to take a lot of discomfort. And all our minds are, when we get to that place of comfort, it is a safe place and we don't want to move, right? But guys, in this video, guys, I really just want to show you how comfort creates complacency. And this is one of the first points that I want to throw out there, guys. Comfort creates complacency. Yes. And what happens is that your mind tricks you into believing that familiar equals safe, right? And comfort, guys, I'm telling you, is not always safe. It's just very predictable. And so when you're at that place, when you're thinking that, oh, I'm comfortable and I'm just going to do me, what is happening is that your future self is being stifled. The potential that you have is being stifled. So you're no longer challenging yourself, guys. You're no longer growing to the next level. The things that you're capable of doing, years pass and you would have gotten up one morning and you're realizing that I'm not even doing the things that I'm capable of doing anymore. It's almost like you find yourself in a very dormant state. And guys, I can remember, when I was at the bank and I worked with a particular banking institution for over 11 years, almost 12 years. And guys, when I got so comfortable there, just the thought of uprooting myself from this job that I have settled in for so many years, guys, it was tormenting to me. And I remember there was a time when I knew the Lord was speaking to me to leave this job and to just break forth and just to have faith, and just jump into the unknown within that space. It was very, very uncomfortable for me. And so that is why I say, guys, it is not easy to break out of that comfort zone. And I remember when I, just to testify about this, I feel so passionate about it. When the Lord spoke to me very strongly about it, I had to just move. And this was after 11 years and some months. Went off on vacation and I resigned from my banking job then. But guys, can I tell you, the whirlwind of opportunities that opened up to me. Now, remember, I'm not encouraging anyone to leave their job without having a plan, right? Because I strongly encourage that you do. But in my case, I knew that the Lord was speaking to me definitively that I needed to move and I needed to shift. And this is what I'm saying, guys. Many a times we hold on to something because it becomes familiar, it feels safe. This is what you know, this is what you understand. And so moving from that place of familiarity and safety, it creates so much turmoil and discomfort in your mind that you just stay, right? In my situation, I knew the Lord was talking to me. And so the Lord had already opened a barrage of doors, so many doors that were sitting and waiting for me. And the point is, many a times we're holding on to something and God has this bigger thing out there for you. And because you are afraid and because you are comfortable, you neglect the calling, you neglect the voice that you're hearing. And you hold on to what you know as safe. Guys, there are so many things that happened since I left banking in 2017. When I left banking, guys, I started to write. When I left banking, I started my own training company. When I left banking, I started my own hair business. When I left banking, guys, I started my own television program. When I left banking, guys, I started to travel. When I left banking, guys, I started this YouTube channel. And I'm telling you, these are things that I would have not necessarily opened up to because I would have just been locked myself into the space of just keeping my banking job, which I was very, very grateful for. But I knew that the Lord was calling me to something bigger, something broader, something that is going to be more aligned with my purpose that God has called me to do. So guys, the action tip that I have for you is that you have to open up yourself to what scares you, what stretches you. And when I talk about purpose, guys, when I talk about purpose, I mean you have to go to God and you have to ask him, what am I sent here to do? What am I sent here to manifest on this earth? I want to open up myself to do those things because that's really where the peace and the joy and the fulfillment lies in your life. So guys, find out what that is and then start to do it step by step, little by little. It may stretch you, it may scare you, but I'm telling you guys, the feeling that you're going to have at the end is going to be so rewarding. So let's step out of that complacency zone, because that's what staying in your comfort level will do. It will allow you to feel very, very complacent. Guys, the other point that I want to share is that comfort zones really block your purpose. It really blocks your purpose, guys, because, when you really stay in that place, you're not living an impactful life. We have to realize that God has not called us to be average. He has called us for so much more, guys. And he didn't call you to a place of comfort. When you really think about persons like, even biblical figures like Moses, you think about a Martin Luther King, what really created that difference in their lives? They were called for something bigger and they had to really step out and just be bold and just be brilliant to step into the purpose that God has really called them into. And the thing is that, guys, when you have that mindset shift, I just did a video on the significance of shifting your mindset. When you have that mindset shift, guys, into understanding that you are not average and you are powerful and you're bold and you're beautiful, and you start affirming yourself in that light, and realize that you have to start, walking in that light. So he has called you out of comfort. And what that means is that you are called to a life of impact and influence. And if you're called to a life of impact and influence, guys, you know what that means? The other ripple effect is that you have to move towards it. A life of impact and influence requires movement. And then movement is going to create discomfort. Guys, I am telling you, this thing is just so deep and it's just so powerful, because I find that a lot of persons really stay in their comfort zone out of fear. They are just so fearful of whatever it is that is out there that is seen as the unknown. And it's totally understandable, guys. So if you're praying for breakthrough, guys, and you're clinging on to that comfort zone, I'm telling you, you're canceling your prayers right there. If you pray for breakthrough, guys, your eyes have to be open so that you can see that which God is leading you into. He may give you the answer in a dream. He may send someone to you to confirm that which is talking to you about. You have to open up yourself so that you can understand what God is trying to do in your life. If you are in your comfort zone, guys, and you feel like you're in your comfort zone, believe me, it's blocking your purpose. So what's the action tip that I have for you guys is that you have to ask yourself, what dream do I have? What purpose do I have? And what you have to now ask yourself again, what uncomfortable thing do I need to start doing today to get there, to get started? What uncomfortable step do I need to take? Because at the end of the day, guys, purpose doesn't wait for permission. You know what it waits for? It awaits boldness. It awaits confidence so that you can walk into that calling. And guys, that's the action tip. The next point is that growth is going to require friction, guys. Let's just think of a plant, a seed that is planted. When the seed is maturing, it has to burst forth, right? And that bursting forth out of the earth is friction. It's discomfort. So when you really think about it, this discomfort that you are feeling and experiencing right now is a sign that you are expanding, you are growing. So if you feel frustrated, if you feel agitated, guys, it's not a sign for you to quit. It means that you really are just stepping and outgrowing your current level. And when you think about it, this new level that you're dreaming of and you want to bask into is going to require a different version of you. So everything meaningful, guys, is going to require some amount of struggle. Everything that you can think of. If you think back in your life, everything that you have ever done required some form of discomfort, and it required some form of struggle. So growth is not really convenient. It's not really convenient at all. It really requires even more confronting and confrontation than convenience. So guys, the action tip that I have for you here is that, you just really have to look at those things that you have to pass. What is really resisting? What are those resisting elements that you have to push past to get to the next place that you need to get to? Learn the lessons, guys. Go through the pain and start thinking of how you can break through from this comfort zone that you're in. Guys, I really hope that you like this video. Let's just remember that our best life is on the other side of the comfort zone. Let's just remember that the comfort zone is really designed to destroy your purpose, to destroy your destiny. And let us arise now, as at the close of this video, to start stepping into a new level of yourself, a different level of yourself that requires a bolder you, a more brilliant you. And if it is that you need to find somebody to assist you so that you can align to this purpose, you can align to this boldness, and can pray you through the season that you're in so that you can get to the next level, I'm telling you, your destiny helpers are there to help you. If you just take the first step, if you take the first action, you make a move, guys, your destiny helpers are there to assist you so that you can get to the next level that you need to get to. Guys, I hope that you love this video, and I hope that you will subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video. Also comment, guys, so that this video can be a blessing to somebody else. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.